Hello, my name is Michelle Logan. Rebuilding trust in a marriage. Give you two scenarios. Steve, I never imagined that Jody would commit adultery. I lost all trust in her words. Cannot describe how difficult it was for me to forgive her. Jody, I understand why I lost Steve's trust. It took many years for me to prove my regret. Once again, I'm giving you scenarios about Steve and Jody. The Bible gives victims of adultery the option to decide whether to divorce or not. Matthew chapter 19, verse 9. I say to you that whoever divorces his wife except on the grounds of sexual morality and marries another commits adultery. So, Steve quoted above decided not to get a divorce, but he and Jody resolved to save their marriage. They soon learned, however, that this meant much more than just continue to live together. Why? Because as noted in their comments, Jody's infidelity shattered all trust between them. Since mutual trust is vital to marital happiness, they had work to do. If you and your mate are striving to save your marriage after as great a setback as adultery, you obviously face a difficult challenge. The first several months after the news is broken may be especially trying, but you can succeed. How can you rebuild trust? The wisdom found in the Bible can help. Consider the following suggestions. Be honest with each other. Now that you have put away falsehood, speak truth, with Apostle Paul, Ephesians chapter 4, verse 25. Therefore, now that you have put away deceit, each one of you speak truth with his neighbor, because we are members belonging to one another. Lies, half-truths, and even silence undermine trust, so you need to speak openly and honestly with each other. At first, you and your mate may be too upset to discuss the infidelity. Eventually, though, you will need to talk candidly about what happened. You may choose not to discuss every detail, but avoiding the subject itself is not wise. Initially, I found talking about the affair incredibly difficult and distasteful. I'm talking about the scenario. I just wanted to lock away and forget. However, this lack of communication caused problems. Why? Steve says because Jody didn't want to talk about the infidelity. I remain suspicious. In retrospect, Jody acknowledges not discussing it with her husband and hindering the healing process. Without a doubt, any discussion about the betrayal will be painful. Debbie, whose husband Paul committed adultery with his secretary, says, I had a lot of questions. How? Why? What did they talk about? I became an emotional wreck, thinking about it, constantly asking even more questions as the weeks went by. Paul says, understandably, at times the conversation Debbie and I had became heated. We always apologize to each other later. Those honest discussions drew us closer together. I finish the rest on my next video.